Um, that guy's a character, man. I can't help but love him. I mean, he's a great coach. Um, he coaches everyone differently, and he gets the job done. And it's effective, it's efficient, the fastest way you can do it possible by playing the best you can. He always does small coaching points, and he'll probably laugh when he hears this, but he loves to talk. He's a guy of definitions, so every meeting we have, there's probably like 15 definitions that you'll hear. Like I can tell you the definition of hard in the dictionary is strong, resistant to pressure, not easily broke, bent, or penetrated. And that is the exact definition because he says it every day. And I mean, it's kind of cool because that's how he lives his life, off of definitions. And if he didn't, he'll tell you growing up, if he didn't know a word, he'd just look it up, study it, and figure out, how to adopt that word into his everyday living. And he's a hard worker. He does everything he can for us. He cares about our D-line. He cares about his team and about the program.
Every offense seems to have a component of RPO. How do you deal with that? How do you defend that the best?
Well, I mean, you really just have to disrupt the quarterback when you can. I hate RPOs. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because you can't really do much from a defensive lineman point of view because it just goes out so quick. And then if you start to play for it, then they'll just run the ball. And it is tough, but you have to try to disrupt the quarterback, just get a good pocket push, get your hands up and just try to, get some batted balls and just make sure, you're where you need to be in your gap because once you bail on your gap, the ball is probably, he's going to hand the ball off and it's going to hit right up through there. You're rushing the passer quick, or if you're playing for the run, then it's going to be a quick pass, out somewhere. You just kind of have to be ready. And it's kind of tricky to say you have to be ready for anything, but you just have to do it. And then, football, there's a bunch of plays where you just have to be ready for and expect, something crazy to happen. And
how do you keep him from reading you all the time? You guys switch it up, linebackers,
yeah, we do. I mean, we run different type of games and stuff like that. Sometimes we run games on run plays where we know plays are going to be runs, or we're running blitz on a run play and stuff like that, just to kind of keep, the offenses guessing. And we like men a whole lot, and we'll run stuff out of men, just for the RPOs and everything like that. So we have guys on the perimeter, but we also have faith in our defensive line because we have a lot of athletic guys who will run to the ball. So a guy catches a slant, or he's in the flats or something like that. You got a defensive lineman, or as soon as he catches that ball, a defensive lineman is 2 yards away from him, ready to make that tackle. Versus a secondary guy or a linebacker who may get there, but you got a defensive lineman running straight across the field, just ready to make a play.
Would you consider what Jonathan based pro style?
I mean, I think they all have like their own aspects. I really just think they're kind of annoying, and people just use them just to get the ball out quick and just kind of to get that fast paced. So I mean, you're really just more tired than anything. But I don't hate them in the game as much. It's more practice just because we do so many. We practice for so much, and you're doing RPOs over and over and over and over again, fastball paced. You're like breathing heavy. You're like, oh, coach, we just did like 20 RPOs. And you're resetting the ball at the line of scrimmage in like 7 seconds. Like, what team is gonna get back to the line in 7 seconds and run another play? But it's just like that type of preparation that gets you ready for the game, where you're not fatigued, you're not tired, and you're not really worried about RPO or a pro style offense. You're just playing your game of football because you're comfortable in any aspect.
What are some things that you do that you have done to hold players accountable as a leader? Especially since spring ball and before summer fall ball start. What are some things you've done?
I mean, really, you just got to call guys out, man. And I know that's kind of like cliche to say, but not everyone has the ability to do that. Not everyone is comfortable getting put on the spot, or not everyone is comfortable calling someone out for doing something wrong. And I mean, I encourage people to call out anybody, senior, freshman, anybody on the team that is not doing what they're supposed to do, that is not working hard. If I'm not working hard enough, I expect one of our younger guys to tell me, like, Led, this is not the standard. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing your best work. And I'll get it right. I'll get it together. And it's not about like, a power struggle or like, confrontation and stuff like that. It's just, you just know what it takes. And guys know what it takes, and if you're not going to do it, then you can't really be a part of it. And everyone's buying in, and it's just a great feeling and a great experience, you know, to be on a team where guys are able to do that and able to talk to each other on a deeper level versus, you know, you tell somebody they're doing something wrong and they want to be like, nah, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, that's you. Like, I'm doing it right. You know, you just have people that will listen, you know, and that starts with just building relationships on your team and beyond the football field, but literally looking at somebody as your brother and the guy next to you that you want to take care of.
You all lost some pretty good defensive players here. What's the big picture outlook for this defense?
I mean, it's a different type of defense. I mean, we have a lot of talent. We have young guys who can play. We're doing different types of packages. We're moving some guys out. I'm playing a little bit of outside linebacker myself, just to, you know, in the heavy personnels. And it's just, we're trying different things out, and it's worked for us in the past. You know, we played Auburn and Kentucky and, you know, Mississippi State with big packages and stuff like that. And it's just kind of cool to see, you know, guys that play certain positions on the team being moved to other positions and still being factors and still affecting the game in a very positive way. I feel like we have just as much talent as we did last year. Our leadership is starting to develop, and I really feel like we're going on the up and up in the right direction.